Hello, this is Eileen, the environmental educator, who has the environmental 911 call the world needs, just no one will allow solutions, including, you know, sorry to keep saying this, guys, people, but, including the present White House, which, they haven't allowed solutions since Barack's first campaign or since the Clintons were in the White House and Gore and everybody since November 93, solutions that would have solved our problems by now. But today, everybody, including, the what is occupying the White House is definitely pushing electric vehicles, EVs. The first time I was like, EV, what does that mean? I was like, oh, electric vehicle. Now it's everywhere. Because oh yeah, they're a godsend. They're going to save us. They're going to save the environment. I can assure you, the people in the White House and the people pushing electric vehicles have absolutely no interest in environmental solutions, because if they did, we would have implemented these years and years and years ago, and we would be moving on to something else because our environmental problems would be solved. Now, would they all be resolved completely? No, but the base fundamentals to solving them, stopping the bleeding, okay, and then taking corrective action to stop any further damage, and then the cleanup would be happening, but we would no longer be contributing to the problem. Okay, and I can assure you they have no interest in solutions, whether they're yapping it up today or not. And right here, this is from December 17th, 2020, and this is Toyota's chief. It says electric vehicles are overhyped, and converting entirely to EVs could cost hundreds of billions of dollars and make cars unaffordable for the average people. And that's probably what the present White House occupation is really all about, because, you know, we are a communist country. I've been telling people for a decade or more, we are a communist country. We've been one. And in communist countries, citizens don't afford. They don't afford cars. They don't afford gas. They don't afford electricity. They don't afford food. And that, of course, is if it's there to be had, which we are well on our way to. Okay, courtesy of the people running the show. And so they truly want this outcome right here. Okay, that is their bottom line desired result. Now they're not going to tell you that. No. Oh my God, it's all about the environment. No, it's not. No. It's not. And so, the Toyota's Motor Corp leader, the president, AKIO, Toyota, ODA, not OTA, kind of close. You know, he said Japan would be running out of electricity if all cars were running on electric power, and the same thing for America too. The electric demand in this country, the electric grid can barely keep up with the electric demand as it is. Okay, we could be reducing our electricity use very easily just by starting to respect it. Number 3 here in the environmental education and agenda, gain individual cooperation, because there is an off button to electricity, and we beyond abuse it because, oh, I can afford my electric bill, so it doesn't matter. I'm like, oh, okay. But, that's lots of pollutants and toxins and processes that you don't want. So just take the responsibility to turn off your electricity, people. It's very, very easy, and that would help create some electricity to, now power all of our vehicles. Okay. See, the electric grid cannot power our vehicles, nor, just like in Japan, it's down here further in this article. In a country such as Japan that gets most of electricity from burning coal and natural gas, EVs don't help the environment, Mr. Toyota said. They don't. I've been telling you, it's the exact same electricity that burning gas is. It's at the exact same fuel source. It's a fossil fuel. It produces the same pollutants, the same greenhouse gases. And today in America, I mean, if you, U.S. energy grid, how much is clean energy? Right here. Yep. In in 2020, 12.6% was renewable energy. Okay, and right here, that's Wikipedia. This is EIA.gov, and 19% was from nuclear energy, 20% from renewable sources. And if you go to EIA.gov here, if you break it down, fossil fuels up here, 60.8% gas, coal, petroleum. You got renewables right here at 20.1%. Nuclear. Nuclear is not a clean energy. Okay, it does not produce greenhouse gases. It produces, yeah, radioactive waste that decades after we have had nuclear power plants operating, we still don't know what to do with the nuclear waste. No one will take it. It's all still in temporary disposal housing. Okay, it remains radioactive for what, hundreds of thousands of years? Okay, and no one will commit to taking it. And there's no safe disposal site for it. Nuclear is a disaster. Okay, let's get that straight. But here we have, renewable 20.1%. So you got wind at 9.2, hydropower 6.3, solar 2.8% of the electricity. Wood is down here at 0.9, geothermal at 0.4. So wind with 9.2, solar 2.8, hydropower, that's all those electric dams, 6.3. 20% of the power grid is actual clean energy. And so anybody who thinks that you're getting an electric car because you're powering it off of clean energy, you're not. And if you look at, I don't know, most ski areas that I know of, I look through their brochures and stuff. I'm like, oh, powered by 100% clean energy. I'm like, so what do? Pay a surcharge to say that they're buying the clean energy? They pay more for it because it's all one energy grid. So how can ski areas not just be 20% like the grid is? Okay, so you are not doing anything environmentally responsible in terms of greenhouse gas emissions by thinking that you're all cool and hip because you're driving an electric vehicle because Elon Musk made it popular, and now the White House is acting like it's a solution to everything. It's not. And so now that gas prices are spiking, don't expect sales of electric vehicles to follow, even though people are looking into them. This is March 9th, 2022. Um, there's there's just not a supply. A combination of supply chain problems, pent up demand. That's ridiculous. That's just everybody thinking they're cool, driving a Tesla, and but I mean, what I've heard the car payments are just absurd and ridiculous, and plus record low vehicle inventory means that they're already spoken for before they reach the dealer's lots, and there's they come at little to no discounts right now. Well, same thing with cars, because you can't really buy a car from what I hear. If your plan is to switch to an EV hybrid or even a small vehicle, good luck, says Michael Krebs, executive analyst at Cox Automotive. There are not many of them available, and they are only 2.4 of the total supply. EVs and hybrids only represent about 25,100 units, or 2.4% of the total supply of vehicles. Okay, and that's just fine because they are nothing to be acting like they are a godsend. I mean, here it's this is kind of scary, you know. Now we're going to be talking about their fires because they do have fire incidences. This is Wikipedia. The difference with EV car fires is the use of high voltage lithium ion batteries, which can short and break down and spontaneously combust, and also that lithium ion fires are difficult to extinguish and produce toxic smoke. So, yeah, that's a problem. That's a problem. Look at that. You want that in your garage? Or even burn it on the outside of your house? Okay, sure, go ahead. This says that the car fire risks are exaggerated, but they're also very real. This right here, we all heard about this. This was January 3rd, 2022. So just even 2 months ago, actually, um, or maybe 3/1 Euro News. So that's probably March 1, 2022, because they do the month in the middle over there in Europe. This is Euro News. So yeah, this massive cargo ship carrying electric vehicles sank. And, this is under investigation. And the authorities suspect that fire may have broken out due to the lithium batteries used in electric vehicles, but an investigation into the cause of the blaze is still underway. But, the whole crew had to be evacuated from this boat while it was burning, and maybe that was because of all of the toxic fumes. And right here, Britain's Daily Mail quoted the Felicity Aces, that's the name of the cargo ship, Captain Joao Mendes, Cabecas, saying lithium ion batteries in the electric cars on board caught fire. So that's what the captain said, even though, this here says that it is still under investigation. So, the Portuguese Air Force they remain on the scene looking for pollution because they're afraid of the fuel. And that's just a mess over there. There was 4,000 vehicles. It's not clear how many luxury cars were on board, but Felicity Ace can carry at least 4,000 vehicles. It was transporting electric and non-electric vehicles. And the batteries were considered to be the cause. Okay, and this article here, CNBC, um, uh, electric vehicle fires are rare but hard to fight, and here's why. They say when the fires do occur, electric vehicles with lithium-ion batteries burn hotter and faster and require far more water to reach final extinguishment. So the batteries can reignite hours or even days after the fire is initially controlled, leaving salvage yards, repair shops, and others at risk. So yeah, that's that's very interesting. And down here, somewhere in one of these articles, it says that they think the best way to do it is to throw the battery in a pool and just leave it there like for days. And so that's buried in one of these articles that I just went through. But I don't know. To be cool, do you want to you know come home to that? in your garage or be on the road and just have that happen, all for what? Your electric vehicles do not do you any environmental betterment, really, in comparison to burning gas. And if you don't believe me, you can believe Toyota's chief, because he's out there telling that to you. So, and that's the truth. That's just the truth. That's there is nothing about electric vehicles. We do not have a clean power grid. There is nothing out there to power these with clean energy. And I don't know, do you have all day to charge your car to drive 100 miles? Oh, okay. Oh, you're taking a big trip across country? You're taking a big trip? It's going to take you a day drive to get there. You're going to, oh, now it's 3 days drive because you got to charge your car. Okay. So, don't buy into the hype, people. Electric vehicles are not what they're hyped up to be. They may actually, be very dangerous. They may actually just even, I mean, that's in your garage and the toxic fumes. I mean, that's probably what really affected the people on this boat here. Where's the boat? On this boat here. That's probably why they had to take all the staff, all the crew from the fumes that were just building up because they couldn't get these batteries to stop burning. It took down a cargo ship, allegedly. The investigation's still going, but that's what the captain said. So, the captain usually knows your ship, and they're trained for fires. And but now lithium-ion batteries are a whole new ball game for them. So, electric vehicles, people, just don't be in awe of them. Don't wish you had one. They're not doing you any good. They are unaffordable and they're just a lot of hype. So, and they are not environmental, not NOT. Okay, so stay tuned, people.